And now, What's My Line? Brought to you by Stumped Spray Deodorant. Poof, there goes perspiration. Poof Deodorant Body Powder, the body powder you spray. The Nest Shampoo, the new flowing cream shampoo. All in the first truly functional cosmetic containers, far easier to use. All created by Dr. Jules Montagnier, the famous cosmetic chemist. Time now to enjoy What's My Line?
Now let's meet our What's My Line panel of well-known personalities whose lines you already know. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in the New York Journal American and papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
And on my left, a gentleman whose very, very funny new book, Good for a Laugh, will be on sale all over the country tomorrow morning, Mr. Bennett Cerf.
On my left is a very glamorous young lady who was one of the chief inspirations for that book, Miss Arlene Francie.
Able to watch the ball game today because his television set went on the blink. Hal, sad sack, blocked.
Well, thank you, Arlene. I won't say that my set was under bum, but those bums were sure all over the set. And on my left, one of my favorite baseball fans. This is a man who just came from the dentist, and he's still worrying about the Yanks. John Daly.
Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to What's My Line, presented by Stumped. Once again tonight, we've got some friends who've come in from the several states of the Union, all of them with varied and, we hope, unexpected occupations, to give our friends in the panel a run for the money. They hope to carry home some prizes. We'll also have a famous guest challenger before the panel a bit later in the program, but now to start things rolling, it's time for the experts to meet our first challenger, whose job they've got to spot. So will you sign in, please, sir? John Butler, is that right? How are you, sir? Mr. Butler, would you be good enough to tell us where you live?
San Diego, California.
San Diego, California. Well, nice to have somebody from California with us. Our friends on the panel there, I'm sure are not strangers to you, but they want to know you even better than they do. So would you walk over there?
May I feel your muscle, Mr. Butler? Thank you.
Is it muscle or stuffing,
It's muscle.
All right, Mr. Butler, if you'll come over here and sit down next to me now on the basis of that fine, firm, strong, and confident handwriting of yours and that small trip you just took in front of the panel, we give them at this point one free guess as to what your line may be, and we'll begin the free guesses with Miss Kilgallen.
I think he's a champion golfer.
A champion golfer, Mr. Cerf.
I think he's a younger brother of Rhett Butler, if I'm going with the wind.
Miss Francis.
I think he's a government astronomer.
A government astronomer. Mr. Block.
Well, I think he puts chlorophyll in cough drops for people who have a stinking cold.
No, I'm afraid nobody has the right answer. We'll let our viewers at home have a further look at Mr. Butler. At the same time, we'll tell them what his line is. But the panel's got to dig. What happens here, Mr. Butler, is every time you give the panel a no answer, it costs the panel $5. We keep the record here. 10 no's, you've won the game. One more bit of help for the panel. Mr. Butler is salaried. With that, we'll begin the general questioning with Miss Francis.
Mr. Butler, are you associated in a kind of work that is indigenous to California?
I beg your pardon?
I'd say no.
No.
I would say...
You can do it anywhere, what you do.
Yeah, you can do anywhere what he does. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Block.
Do you deal in services?
Yes.
Are these services something that maybe you have to have some kind of training for?
No training is necessary.
No, it is...
You mean this is an untrained one?
Now, actually, I think that in the term of training as we use it, Mr.
I'm not
Butler,
using it
right.
that way.
Well, we'll accept it as being used that way. Actually, a specific kind of training is not necessarily a specific to practice.
You know, I did better with indigenous.
Well, the whole thing is really indigenous. There's no question about it. 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Mr. Butler, when you do your work, do you ever wear any other type of garb than what you're wearing now?
You mean other than normal street clothes?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That would make it $3.07 to go. Mr. Sir.
Mr. Butler, you're a very husky specimen. Does that strength and athletic look about you have anything to do with the work you do?
No.
Now, wait a minute. This gets... Pardon me, we got to have a conference. We just had a committee meeting. It's no. 4 down, 6 to go, Miss Fenton.
Thank you for the consideration, anyway.
Do you work for a profit-making organization?
No.
A fellow that looks like you?
He looks quite profitable.
Very, very profitable. No, huh?
No. No profit makes. That makes 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Block.
Well, could a person like myself ever get into your business?
I wouldn't think it was possible, no. But we must always assume that mistakes can happen, so we'll give you a qualified yes.
Sounds very dirty to me. Well, the last time I said that, it was in a racket of some type. It was, I think, somebody that had a roulette wheel in Reno. Is your business at least legal?
It's legal, yes.
And it's so funny? Well, is it something that women use?
Yes.
Well, do they have to come to you?
Sometimes.
I think Dorothy is a little better on what women use.
All right, you pass. Miss Kilgallen.
I don't even know how we got into anybody using anything. Do you mean women use your services, Mr. Butler?
Yes.
Do you ever talk to people? Is that part of your work?
Yes.
Does your eloquence have anything to do with your work?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Probably.
We'll give you a yes on that.
Mr. Butler, do you work for any branch of any government?
Yes.
Is it either local or state as opposed to federal?
Yes.
Now I just have to find out whether it's local or state. Is it local?
Yes.
Are you an arm of the law in any sense?
In any sense?
Mm-hmm.
I guess in any sense we'd have to say yes.
Yes.
Now, happy phrase that in any sense.
I don't think it's helping me much. And yet you never wear a uniform.
No.
Do you
No.
work indoors sometimes?
Yes.
Is it possible for you to work out of doors too?
Yes.
Do you deal with men as well as with women?
Yes.
Are they ever in trouble when you see them?
Sometimes.
And do you help them get out of trouble?
Sometimes. Whoa, sorry.
Would it be that sometimes they might be punished after they see you for some misdeed?
No, I wouldn't think so in the specific of the question. I think we'd have to give you an order. 6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mr. Butler, has your work got anything to do with health or sanitation?
Yes.
Well, I'll make it easy for Arlene. Is it something to do with sanitation?
It has something to do with sanitation.
Something to
yeah.
do with sanitation.
Well, you connected in any way with the San Diego department that cleans things up in the way of removing garbage?
You mean the specific connection? I think we'd have to give you a no. 7 down and 3 to go, Miss Francis.
Do you mean that, therefore, apart from health and sanitation, Mr. Butler may do other things, other governmental things in his job? That health and sanitation is not the only thing.
Yes, I would say...
We got it down to local government, was it,
That's
Dorothy?
right, yes.
Is it city government, then, that you are involved in?
Yes.
Do you have an important position in city government?
Yes.
Would it be in the top echelon of jobs, then, as people that direct the city or work for the city?
Yes.
Would you be considered one of the head men? Would you maybe be a head man? Like a mayor? Secretary? Easy Butler.
This is
John Butler,
the young
mayor.
mayor.
The mayor of San Diego, California. And I'm quite sure that you will know a friend of mine there, Paul White, who was the head of the great CBS radio news service and who worked with us in the conventions. I'm sure he had a lot of fun because it took the panel so long to guess your name. I didn't think it would take him so long. You've done fairly well with the prizes, but more than that, we hope you enjoyed your visit. It was nice to have us with you. Your Honor, nice to see you. All right, well, let's see what we can do with another challenger. Will you come out, please, and sign in? Carl Mills. How are you, Mr. Mills? Would you be good enough to tell us where you're from, sir?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Well, nice to have you. We're west and the south, so will you go slightly east, please, and walk down in front of the panel for me?
Mr. Mills, you look as though I ought to look at your hands. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Mills, will you come over here now and sit down next to me? And at this point, as you probably heard, we give the panel one free guess, since they've had a look at you and had a chance to hear your voice briefly. One free guess as to what your line may be. We'll begin the free guesses, as usual, with Miss Kilgallen.
I think that Mr. Mills is a preacher.
A preacher, Mr. Cerf.
I think he must be connected with Coca-Cola if he lives in Atlanta.
Miss Francis.
I think he's in the magnolia growing business.
Well, shut my ever-loving mouth.
Mr. Block.
I'd say he's a secret accountant. He deals with secret funds.
No, I'm afraid nobody has it right. We'll let the folks at home have a further look at Mr. Mills, and at the same time we'll tell them what his line is. But the panel has to dig, as usual. Mr. Mills, you know how we play this game. We keep the record up here, and every time you can give them a no answer, it costs them $5. 10 no's, you've won the game. All right, Mr. Mills is salaried. With that, let's begin the general questioning with Mr. Block.
Mr. Mills, do you deal in services?
Yes.
Do you have a certain place where you work?
Yes.
Do your customers come to you?
Yes.
But do you have sort of a steady clientele? Well, it must be a nice place. Do you ever have... Oh, quiet. I can't think. Do you have, ever have music playing there?
Yes.
Do you, serve food there?
Yes.
Well, if I developed an accent and went to Georgia, could I use some of your southern hospitality?
Yes.
You went to Georgia, you'd probably get some of it in fast, too.
Coming from you, could your customers ever be sort of boisterous or rambunctious people that come?
They might. Yeah, they could be. We don't like to think that they would, but they could be.
In other words, you also serve beverages.
Yes.
Well, do you have anything to do with curbing their boisterousness?
Yes, I mean, in any well-run place you would, you know.
Well, when these customers get up to dance together, do you... And they get out of line, do you ever throw them out of the joint?
That will be one down.
This is not a bouncer?
He doesn't know. I think that's just a flat no to that one. All right, Miss Kilgallen.
Mr. Mills, despite all the yes answers that Mr. Block got about the music and the food and the steady clientele, may I assume that you do not run a nightclub?
Yes, you may assume that Mr. Mills does not run a nightclub.
Is it more like an institution that you run?
Yes, it's more like an institution.
With music?
Is it a large building?
Reasonably, yes.
Does it have any bars in it?
Would you care to explain what you mean?
Well, I mean, is it a prison-type place or penitentiary?
Yeah, I guess it is something like that.
Are people held there incarcerated against their, let us say, will?
Well, they don't actually petition to get in last time.
Are these people prisoners, let's say?
Yes.
Well, does Mr. Mills run a prison or a penitentiary?
So what
is he a
it?
warden?
He's a prison warden, for heaven's sake. Yes, Mr. Blanc?
About your southern hospitality. I may not come out there.
Federal penitentiary, Mr. Miller?
No, is it the federal penitentiary?
No, it's not the federal. It's a branch of the state. Prison branch of the state.
Well, I must say in the movies they never make the wardens that good looking.
He's also a very fine gentleman to sit and spend some time talking to. I'm sorry that he couldn't spend more time with us.
Well, I'm not sorry. I would not like to spend much time with him at all.
Well, that suits. You see, I figure I can spend time with him outside of the bars, but I know how you feel, Hal, and thanks very much for coming and being our guest. It was nice to have you with us, sir. Good night. And now, in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll introduce our mystery guest. But first, here's a young lady you already know, Barbara Joyce.
This is our regular commercial time, but tonight I'd like to read you something from Glamour magazine. It's an article called "The Doctor Does It Again." And quite naturally, the doctor is our own famous Dr. Jules Montagnier. Let me read you the first paragraph. Dr. Jules Montagnier, famous as the originator of Stumped spray deodorant, has a new product which promises to be as sensational as Stumped. This latest edition is Finesse Flowing Cream Shampoo, a gold-colored cream highly concentrated so that a little makes abundant lather. Finesse removes dirt and excess oils from the surface of the hair and scalp in one sudsing. And Finesse cleanses by floating action, tends to leave natural oils on hair and scalp where they belong. The result is clean hair, which retains its natural luster. The unique container for Finesse is of molded, unbreakable plastic that works with a bellows action like an accordion. Slight pressure on the sides of the bottle flows this new cream shampoo directly on the scalp. The article goes on to explain how much time and effort Dr. Montagnier has put into this wonderful new kind of shampoo. It is a sensational success, and you'll know why the first time you use it. As Glamour magazine says, Finesse Flowing Cream Shampoo is available at cosmetic counters of drug and department stores throughout the country. If you haven't tried it yet, you have something wonderful to look forward to.
And now we come to the regular feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity. Since my friends on the panel would recognize our famous guest immediately, we've provided them with blindfolds. Are they all in place, panel?
Yes, they are.
Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? Panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery celebrity, we get right down to the general questioning, which we will begin with Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you in show business?
Yes.
Have you ever appeared in motion pictures? Are you better known for motion pictures than anything else?
Yes.
Have you ever appeared in a film musical?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Sir.
Well, I think it's important to establish something right off the bat, which I'm not really sure of. Are you a female?
Yes.
Could have been either. Are you American?
Yes.
Are you, I don't want to be unchivalrous, but are you under 40?
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Patsy.
Am I right in assuming that yes is not your regular voice? You have been in pictures for some years?
Yes.
You do not sing and dance. Are you a dramatic actress?
I am both.
You're what? You're both? You're both dramatic and an actress?
Well, now, the answer is there that our guest is both a dramatic actress and can also do lighter elements, singing and things like that.
Our guest could also be a comedian?
Mm-hmm.
She certainly is now. Have you been associated with one studio in California?
No.
That makes it 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Block.
I love that voice. You know, when I was a kid, I had a voice that high. My teacher made me sit with the girls. And when I got old enough to enjoy it, my voice changed.
All right, Mr. Block. You're on the block.
Have you been in a picture within the last 2 years?
Yes.
It's been a very high-ranking picture. Have you been in a picture within the last year?
Yes.
Last 6 months?
Yes.
Tomorrow?
Probably yes to that, too. You go ahead, Mr. Block.
Has it been determined that it hasn't been a musical?
It has been determined that our guest has not done a musical in the movies, yes.
Have you been a favorite, let us say, for, 10 or 15 years?
Yes. A big favorite.
Now her voice has
Now,
changed.
wait a minute. You've been a favorite
That was
for
me.
15 years, and within the last 6 months you made a picture?
Yes.
And your voice is like that? You know, I don't know.
Anticipating an appearance on Broadway?
Yes.
Are you Betty Davis?
Thank you very much for joining us. And now, while our next challenger gets ready to sign in, let me tell you very briefly that if you'd like to be on What's My Line and try to puzzle our panel with your occupation, send us your picture, a snapshot that you can spare, your name, your address, your occupation. Let us know when you're going to be in New York, and send all of this information, not to me, that merely delays it. Send it to What's My Line, CBS, 485 Madison Avenue, New York, 22, New York. And now, a final challenger. Will you sign in, please? Irene Currett, is that right? And tell us, first of all, where you live.
I live in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indianapolis, Indiana. Would you be good enough to walk down in front of the panel, turn right around and come back again, because time is getting short.
It's right near Chicago.
What kind of fur is that?
All right, and now would you come over here and sit down next to me, please? Right over here, Mrs. Currett. And on the basis of that handwriting and that quick walk, we'll get the panel right into what you must know happens now, the free guess as to what your line may be, and we'll begin the free guesses with Miss Kilgallen.
I think she's an expert in the poetry of James Whitcomb Riley.
Good heavenly days. Mr. Sir.
Well, judging by that mink wrap, I think she does something for the government.
Miss Francis.
I think she runs a smart hotel in Indianapolis.
Mr. Block.
I think she's cute.
That I'm fine, but that isn't the answer we were looking for, so we'll let our viewers at home have a further look at Mrs. Correct, and at the same time we'll tell them what her line is, but the panel has got to work. And panel, you've got just about 3 minutes to get it in. We'll give you one more bit of help. Mrs. Correct is self-employed. With that, Bennett, sir, suppose you pull your 6 feet up to the top height and go to work on the general questioning.
Mrs. Currett, you're self-employed.
Yes.
Do you perform some kind of service?
Yes.
Is there any product involved in this service that you perform?
Yes, there is.
Is this service performed for both sexes?
Yes.
Indiscriminately?
Indiscriminately, yes.
Do you ever perform it for both sexes at the same time?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you do? Would this service that you perform have anything to do with your extreme good looks?
You flatter me.
Does your appearance help you in the work you do?
It's a grand question, a very flattering
quit
question.
stealing
It
my
costs
stuff.
you 1 down, 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Is the product that you represent, is it found in the home?
Yes.
Is it something that might be decorative in some way?
Yes, I would say
Is it also useful?
yes.
Is it found, if one had a 2-story house, would it be found on the first floor?
Yes.
Would it be usually found in one specific room?
Not particularly.
No, that would be 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Block.
Is it something that could be carried around?
Yes, you could carry.
Product, yes.
It's small enough, let's say, to carry in your hand?
Yes.
Now let's get down to the room. Is this a room You say it could be in more than one room?
Yes, it could.
I see. Is it something that has movable parts?
No, it is
No,
not.
that would be 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Is it something that could be worn?
No.
No, that would be 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mrs. Correct, is this anything to do with providing amusement for people?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
Is it something that you might have showing in your house if you had it? Is it
Yes.
something that would be out on display?
Yes.
Like a petticoat?
Is it something that would be put on something else?
Yes.
Would it be put on a table?
No.
That's
6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Block.
Well, is it something that sometimes has to be designed?
Yes.
I got a yes. Is it something that's put on a lot of furniture?
On a lot of furniture, that would make it 7 down and 3 to go. And Miss Kilgallen.
Does this object have a specific use?
Yes.
Is it solid?
Yes, it is.
But it's small enough to hold in the hand?
Yes.
Could be held in the hand.
Do you make this particular thing yourself?
No, that makes it 8 down and 2 to go, and I'm afraid our time is up. Mrs. Correct is a paper hanger. How you doing, kid? A paper hanger. She started doing it for fun, now loves it, and makes rather substantial increments, shall we say, every year.
Wonderful.
Since you won by default, you get the full prize.
thank you.
Thanks a lot for being our guest in What's My Life. Glad to see you. And now, in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a preview look at one of our guests whose line our panel is going to be asked to try and identify on next week's program. But first, here is a young woman who knows what she wants.
Stomped asks, what's your line?
I've got the busiest job in the whole world, American housewife. That means being on the go all day long. And it means looking my best at dinner time, too. That's why I always use Stumped spray deodorant. It gives me protection I can be sure of no matter what my day's schedule calls for. It's so quick and so wonderfully convenient. Just a squeeze of the bottle and poof, there goes perspiration. Hold the bottle upright and you get this fine, misty spray.
Yes, here at last is the truly modern deodorant. No sticky fingers, no mess, no waste. Oops. But don't worry, that marvelous Stumped bottle can't break, leak, or spill. Find out for yourself why millions have turned from old-fashioned deodorants to the new convenience, new effectiveness of Stumped. At your favorite drug or cosmetic counter, ask for Stumped spray deodorant.
Whew, there goes perspiration.
And next week at the same time, our panel of experts will be asked, what's my line by this young woman? Would you know what her occupation is? Could you spot her line? For the answers to these and some other interesting questions, be sure to tune in again next Sunday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when once again Stumped invites you to play What's My Line? For other localities, check your local listings for the date and time of our weekly series. Until then, this is John Daly saying good night, Dorothy.
Good night, Bennett.
I was just thinking Hitler was a paper hanger. Haven't they gotten nicer? Good night, Arlene.
Good night, Hal.
And happy paper hanging in a Georgia jail.
And good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the CBS Television
Network. And now, What's My Line? Brought to you by Stumped Spray Deodorant. Poof, there goes perspiration. Poof Deodorant Body Powder, the body powder you spray. The Nest Shampoo, the new flowing cream shampoo. All in the first truly functional cosmetic containers, far easier to use. All created by Dr. Jules Montagnier, the famous cosmetic chemist. Time now to enjoy What's My Line?
Now, let's meet our award-winning What's My Line panel. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in the New York Journal American and papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
And on my left, Steve Allen.
Thank you, Dorothy. And on my left, Arlene Francis.
Thank you. And on my left, Bennett Cerf.
And on my left, surprise, John Charles Daly.
And on my left, the audience. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to What's My Line. Once again tonight, we're going to put our camera close up to some people who've been good enough to come and visit us and bring with them some interesting, and we trust as far as the panel is concerned, difficult occupations. Because we want our guests to carry home some prizes, although we don't think actually they very much care. They want to have some fun. We'll also have a famous guest challenger before the panel a bit later on. But right now, it is time for the experts to meet our first challenger whose job they've got to spot. So would you sign in, please, ma'am? Madeline Park. Is that right? Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Park, would you tell us first of all where you're from?
I'm from Katona, New York.
Katona, New York. Well, we have, I think, a near neighbor of yours and Mr. Bennett Cerf over there. But there are also 3 other nice people. Would you go over and say hello to them for me?
Oh, Mrs. Park. That's 5 miles from you.
Hello. I live 85 miles from you.
All right, Mrs. Park, if you'll come over here now, please, and join me. I think it's possible that you know that at this point, it is our practice, on the basis of your brief acquaintanceship with the panel, to give the members of the panel one wild, free guess as to what your line may be. And we always begin those guesses with Dorothy Kilgallen.
I think she's a reservoir watcher.
A reservoir watcher. Mr. Allen.
I think she's a census taker.
Miss Francis.
I think that Mrs. Park looks very healthy and probably delivers milk.
Mr. Cerf.
I think she's helping to build that new parkway up there in Katona.
No, I'm afraid not. We'll let our viewers at home have a further look at Mrs. Park, and at the same time, we'll tell them what her line is. But, Mrs. Park, the panel has got to dig, and I think perhaps we just tell them now that every time they get to give you a no answer, it's going to cost them $5, and we'll keep the record of all that up here. 10 of these no's, and you will have won the game. All right, Mrs. Park panel is self-employed, and let's begin the general questioning with Bennett Cerf.
Mrs. Park, is there any product involved in what you do?
Yes.
Would this be a product that would be used by both sexes?
Yes.
Is it larger than what we may now consider Steve Allen's outmoded bread basket? It is larger.
Mm-hmm.
Is it larger than I am?
Well, that's... Wait a minute, let us think. It's pretty big, isn't it? Is it larger than he is?
I'm 6 foot flat when I stand up.
Yeah, I would say that certainly some of the time, or in some cases, or in a lot of cases, it could be larger than you are.
Not always.
Well, no, there'd be circumstances when it wouldn't be. You're a pretty big boy, you know. What?
Thank you. Does your product, Mrs. Park, come in various shapes and sizes then?
No.
No, it comes in the same shape and
well,
size.
Well, if it's sometimes bigger than I am and sometimes not, it must come in different sizes, doesn't it?
Well, but not, you put shapes in there, too, which threw you. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Will it throw me if I put in sizes? I'd like a clarification of that, too. I think either Bennett was thrown a curve or I've been in Pittsburgh all evening.
Well, let's put it this way. Bennett was not thrown a curve. He asked the specific question, did it come in different shapes and sizes?
And it was the shapes that got him in trouble.
Well, let us say something got him in trouble, and you pick it up from there.
All right. These things are used by both men and women, Mrs. Parks.
Mm-hmm.
They're put to use by both men and women, yes.
Would you say that this product was a useful product?
Yes, I would say sometimes. Certainly it is a matter of record that it is a useful product. Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, would you say it was not necessary for every home to have one?
Yes.
Would you think that I might get along if I didn't have one myself?
Yes.
Well, would you say that it was probable that I didn't have one of these things?
Yes, I think.
Would this thing ever be found indoors?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Would it be more often found out of doors?
We wouldn't want to mislead you.
I know you
Actually, Actually, Dorothy, you would find it indoors and you would find it outdoors, and in either case it could be a good deal of the time with one specific product. Yes.
But it would always be the same shape.
Yes, more or less.
Would you say that a man would be more likely to buy this than a woman?
Man more likely to buy it than a woman? I would think so, wouldn't you, Mrs.
Yes.
Pond? Yes, I think so.
Would you have to go to a specific place to buy this, or write to a specific place to order it?
You would have to take somewhat extraordinary action to buy it.
You
yes.
wouldn't just be able to walk into some place on Madison Avenue and get it.
Yes, you would not be able to walk into some place on Madison Avenue and buy it, no.
Would it be more likely that somebody in a specific profession or station of life would buy this rather than just anybody?
Yeah.
Is it equipment for some type of profession?
Equipment for some time of profession? I don't think we can.
No.
No. That would be 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Allen.
Could a man get into one of these?
It's a wonderful picture you paid, Steve. It's too bad you get a no. It's 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Is this object, whatever it is, solid? It is solid? Is it heavy?
Yeah.
Is it made of a material like cement or...
No. 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mrs. Park, all this chitter-chatter has put me off on an angle that I'm probably going to get a quick no. But would this product of yours ever be alive?
Yeah.
It is. It's some kind of an animal, then, that you
Yeah.
are connected with. Is it, and you said it was larger than I am. Must be an elephant. Is it an elephant?
Absolutely right, Bennett. It is an elephant. Now all you have to do is to find out what Mrs. Park has to do with elephants.
In Katona? Well, I suppose she trains them.
Trains elephants? No. 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
She imports and sells them.
Actually, I think with Mrs. Park's permission, we will accept that. Imports and sells them covers most of the ground. Actually, Mrs. Park buys elephants for circuses and goes out and gets them, but that's importing them, so I think you will agree that's close enough. Mrs. Park, right?
Thank you, John. It's the first thing I've gotten in 4 weeks.
Congratulations, Dorothy. And Mrs. Park, you've had fun, I hope, and won a little prize, and thanks for being our guest. Well, panel, you made a smashing beginning. Let's see what you can do with another challenger. Will you sign in, please, sir? Jerry Crandall. Right, sir? Bigger than you are. Bennett?
Must be an elephant.
Mr. Crandall, suppose you tell us first of all where you're from.
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit? Well, it's nice to have you here. Actually, I was out in Detroit on Monday last myself. I don't think that's important, but it's important that you meet the people over on the panel. Would you walk down and say hello to them?
Nice to see you.
Hi. Mr. Crandall?
All right, Mr. Crandall, if you'd come over here and sit down next to me now. I think you know that at this point the panel gets a chance to guess what your line is right out of the blue. We always begin these guesses out of the blue with Dorothy Kilgallen.
I think he's a musician, probably an oboe player.
An oboe player, Mr. Allen.
I think he, being from Detroit, he designs glove compartments that you can put gloves in.
Miss Francis.
I think he raises cane. Sugar, that is.
Mr. Sir.
I think he plays third base for the Detroit Tigers.
No, nobody has it. We'll let our viewers at home have another look at Mr. Crandall, and at the same time, we'll tell them what his line is. Mr. Crandall, I think you know the rules. No answer, we flip a card, and we get 10 of these no's, and you won the game. All right, Mr. Crandall is self-employed. let's begin the general questioning with Steve Allen.
Mr. Crandall, is there a product of any kind connected with your work?
Yes.
Is it the sort of thing that I might ever come into contact with?
Yes.
If I were to come into contact with it, would I possibly enjoy it?
Yes.
From the reaction, am I correct in guessing that this might be something a woman would use?
Yes.
Could a woman possibly wear this?
Yes.
Could she wear it to bed? Are these things sometimes, do they involve a relatively transparent material?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do they come in, let me see, on a very cold winter night? Would a woman perhaps wear one of these to keep her warm?
I'm afraid we can't say that a woman would wear one of these to keep her warm. No, Steve. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Is this a expensive article?
It can be, yes, I think.
Is it something that that is an accessory rather than a garment?
Yes.
Could it be found in a jewelry store?
Yes.
Is it a stone of some kind that is transparent? But you said this could be transparent. Is it a jewel of any kind?
Yes.
Is it the ones that most girls would like to have keep them warm? A girl's best friend? Is it anything to do with the Diamond family?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yes.
And you are in the diamond business in some way?
Yes.
That won't do just that much?
No.
I'm just so ecstatic to meet anybody in the diamond business, I can't think of what he might do
just like
with
Marilyn
them.
Monroe.
Are you a...
Please, no plugs, man.
Are you a diamond... in the rough? No.
He buys diamonds for elephants.
Do you purchase diamonds for jewelry stores?
No. That's 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Sir.
Well, Mr. Crandall, do you have anything to do with cutting or polishing diamonds?
No. 3 down, 7 to go, Miss Gilgella.
May I ask what Arlene got to know on that he
does not
purchase
He does not purchase them for sale.
And he doesn't cut them.
And he doesn't cut them. And he doesn't polish them.
He's a thief.
You are self-employed.
Yes.
Do you deal with diamonds more than anything else?
Yes.
Do you collect diamonds?
No. 4 down and 6
Be a
to
nice
go, Mr.
hobby.
Allen.
Are you a jeweler?
No. 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
Do you set them in any way?
No. 6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Sir.
Now, diamonds are used, Mr. Crandall, in precision instruments. Have you got something to do with... Have you got anything to do with the diamonds that are found in precision instruments?
Well, Mr. Crandall could have to do with the diamond. that
Do you
ultimately
mine
wound
them?
up-
You a miner?
I think we'll have to buy that. Yes, actually,
diamond
Mr.
miner.
Crandall owns a diamond mine. Very good, Mr.
Get down, Arlene.
I must say, I didn't think it. Mr. Crandall said, I never thought they'd get that, but he also paid a very fine compliment to your family. He said, this has been lots of fun. And actually, it's been a lot of fun. Mr. Crandall's diamond mine is in Brazil.
What's the name of it, Mr. Crandall?
And how can we get there?
And how quickly? Crandall's little girl warmer, he calls it. Somewhere in the woods. Well, Mr. Crandall also, I think, would like you to know that he is going to give the money he's won tonight to one of the charities in his hometown in Detroit. We want to thank you for being a grand guest. It's grand to have you with us. Good night. And now, in just one moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll introduce our mystery guest program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity. My friends on the panel would, of course, know our guest on sight, so we've provided them, as we always do, with blindfolds. And are those blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, John.
Yes.
Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? Please come over here and sit down next to me. Panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery celebrity, we dispense with preliminaries, get right down to the general questioning, which we will begin with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you in the entertainment world?
Yep.
Are you in some form of show business rather than sports?
Yep.
Are you a performer?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Allen.
In show business, but not a performer. Are you a producer?
Yep.
How's business? Have you made a 3D picture?
Nope.
That's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Have you produced any pictures?
Nope.
That's 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Sir.
Well, have you produced any radio or television shows? Yep. Have you ever been connected with a Broadway show? Yep. Would you say you were more famous as a Broadway producer than as a radio and television magnate? Yep.
Have you produced any plays on Broadway within the past year?
Nope. 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Did you ever produce a musical show on Broadway?
Yep.
Did you have shows that were noted for beautiful girls?
Yep.
Would they be noted for beautiful girls wearing, in some instances, a few beads?
Beg your pardon?
I'm just trying to narrow this down.
Well, I would say this, that these were what we call musical comedies of that, and young ladies would wear costumes which were considered equitable in the theater, but not necessarily for streetwear.
Would you have ever produced a review, that is a series of sketches rather than a book show?
Yep.
Did you ever produce a show that had anything to do with Latin America?
Nope. That makes it 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Allen.
There's one name on the tip of my tongue. I'll just blurt it out, and if I'm wrong, I'll go home. Are you Mike Todd?
Definitely nope.
Bye, Steve.
6 down and 4 to go, Miss Prentice.
Were your shows ever called Scandals?
Nope. 7 down and 3 to go, Mr. Sir.
Have you ever done any literary work, so-called, in addition to producing shows?
Yep.
Would this possibly include a column that is about to resume in several newspapers next month or thereabouts?
Yowza.
Well, if I didn't know Billy Rose after all that, I
would. And now, let's see what the panel can do with another challenger. Would you sign in, please, sir? James Coan. James Coan, is that right? How are you, Mr. Todd? Where are you from, sir?
Ferrum, Virginia.
Ferrum, Virginia?
Right,
Where's
sir.
that, down below Richmond?
Below Roanoke.
Below Roanoke?
Yes, sir.
Well, I would like you to go down below stage just a bit. Will you walk over and meet the panel? Oh? Coan, come over here and sit down next to me, if you will. I think probably you know that panel gets a free guest now. We always get the first free guest from Dorothy Kilgallen.
I think he's a steward on an airline.
A steward on an airline, Mr. Allen.
I think he sells ice cream. I believe he's one of the ice cream Coens.
Yes, Francis.
I think he smokes Virginia hams.
Mr. Sir.
Well, judging by the way he smiled into that camera, I'd think he is a Virginia ham.
Say, I've got you all hot tonight. Well, no, I'm afraid nobody's got it. We'll let our viewers at home have a further look at Mr. Coan. At the same time, we will tell them what his line is. But the panel has to dig, sir. I think you're familiar with the rules. All you have to do is get no answers, and you get 10 no answers, and you have just cleaned the field up, and we'll keep the record of all that up here. All right?
Hoping.
Mr. Coan is salaried. With that, let's begin the general questioning with Miss Arlene Francis, and we have 4 minutes to go.
Mr. Cohen looks so happy. Are you happy in your work, Mr. Cohen?
Oh, yes,
Do you deal with people in your job?
I do.
Is there any product connected with it at all?
No, there isn't.
That's 1 down and 9 to go. We're
Good.
happy too, Mr. Sir.
Mr. Cohen, do you work for a profit-making organization?
No, I don't.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Would you work for any branch of the government?
No, I don't.
That makes it 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Allen.
Do you ever wear a uniform in your work?
No.
That makes it 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Francis.
Is there any charitable work connected with your job, Mr. Cohen?
Yes, there is.
Are you connected with one of the larger and better-known charities?
No.
No,
Obscure charity.
Sorry, that makes it 5 down and 5 to go, and we have 3 minutes to go, Mr. Sir.
Does your charity work, Mr. Cohen, help any one particular class of people or animals? By that I mean delinquent girls, sick dogs, stray cats.
No, I don't think so, since you put the particular phrasing in it. That's 6 down and 4 to go.
Would you say,
Miss Kilgallen.
Mr. Cohen, that charitable work was just part of what you did?
Yes.
Do you have something else to do that's uplifting?
Yes.
Do you have occasion to talk to people in your work?
Yes.
Is that an important part of it?
Yes.
Do you advise or exhort them in any way?
Yes.
Are you any type of a preacher?
Yes.
Well, are you the Reverend
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
That's absolutely right.
I could tell that he did something to make people happier, but I was on a lower plane, even though I was in the sky on my wild guess.
John? Actually, you know, I think there's a wonderful little object lesson here. Mr. Cohen and his work just sort of builds up that kind of wonderful goodwill to people that all of us were feeling that, you were happy in what you did and you were making us happy, too. And I think it took us a little time to realize that you were serving in probably one of the highest categories that mankind can give his life to.
Thank you, sir.
May I say that it's a fine compliment to you that not only our panel, myself, but everybody here in the theater opened their hearts because you opened yours to us. And thanks very much for being our guest.
Thank you.
Nice to have you. Well, panel, I must say that you did extraordinarily well tonight, and you're all to be very largely congratulated. I think perhaps we need to find some tougher things for you to do. And next week at this same time, our panel of experts will be asked, "What's my line?" by this woman. Do you think that you could possibly guess what she does for a living? Do you spot her line? Well, for the answers to these questions and to some others which will be posed by our friends on the panel, be sure to tune in again next Sunday evening at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, when once again we invite you to play What's My Line? For the other localities, please check your local listings for the date and time of our weekly series. We trust you'll join us, and until then, this is John Daly saying good night, Miss Dorothy.
Good night, Your Honor. Steve, there's a rumor that Mr. Crandall is passing out diamonds at the stage door. Good night.
I'll be right out there. Incidentally, John, I was very relieved and pleased to see that, to learn that Mr. Cohen was a minister. As he kept doing this, I thought perhaps he was in the business of promoting a particular brand of beer, and it was such was not the case. Good night, Arlene.
Thanks.
Incidentally.
Yes. Now, let me see. What can I say to you, Bennett?
I don't know.
You may not be bigger than an elephant, but you're better. There. Good night.
Well, good night, John. I won't say a word.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production, in association with the CBS Television Network. Time now for everybody's favorite guessing game, What's My Line? Remington Rand, makers of the Remington. the world's #1 electric shaver, presents What's My Line? And now, let's meet our award-winning What's My Line panel. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in the New York Journal-American and papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
On my left, a charming and humorous young man who conducts a very funny television show of his own 5 nights a week on another network, Mr. Steve Allen.
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you. Thank you very much. And on my left, one of the lovely ladies of radio and television, Miss Arlene Francis.
My left, the gentleman from Random House who drove down the icy roads from Mount Kisco just to be with us tonight, and very glad we are. He made it, Mr. Bennett, sir.
Well, glad. I'm glad, Arlene. On my left, the grand panjandrum of panel moderators and befuddlers, Mr. John Charles Daly.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to What's My Line. And panel, don't ask any questions, but get your masks on, please. I'll explain why in just a moment.
What?
Get your masks on, please. Once again tonight, we're going to put our cameras close up on some people who come some ways to meet us, in some instances, a great ways to meet with us, and they brought some interesting occupations.
We trust that they'll give the panel a real rough time.
So they can carry home some prizes. We'll have our guest challenger a little bit later on, too. But I think we ought to get things underway, first by telling the panel that our first guest is someone whom the audience will not recognize, but it's possible that some of you on the panel might recognize, and therefore we've asked you to put your masks on. It's also necessary to tell you that you are not supposed to find the name of this first challenger, merely find out the occupation. Are your masks all in place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Masks all in place. Will you come in, first challenger, and sign in, please? X, Y, Z. Fine. Now will you come over here and sit down next to me? Panel, since you have your masks on, we see very little point in... We see very little point in our having the usual walk down and the wild guesses. We're going to get right down to the general questioning. Now remember, your mission is to find the line and not the name of our first guest. We'll give you the usual bit of information that our guest is salaried. With that, let's begin the general questioning with Steve Allen. Is there a product connected with what you do, sir? Is there a product connected with what you do, sir? Isn't that funny? I just assumed something in the dark. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
There is no product. Are you connected in any way with the entertainment business?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I say, sir is a madam, sir. No, sir? Yes, sir?
I beg pardon? Yes,
Sir
ma'am.
is a lady.
What, sir? Yes, ma'am.
Sir is a lady.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you connected with a part of the entertainment business that has to do with the production of entertainment?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Sir.
Well, have you anything to do with the world of television?
Yeah.
Have you got anything to do with this particular program, What's My Line?
Mm-hmm.
You have. Do we see you around this program more or less regularly every Sunday night? I don't mean the audience, I mean the panel.
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Is this a female? Have we established that?
It has been established.
And we do not see this person around the panel.
That's right.
You then work behind the scenes?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Allen. Are you employed by any chance by the production unit that produces this program?
No.
Don't get sore. 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
Do you have anything to do with any particular member of the panel?
No, unfortunately.
6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Sir.
Have you got anything to do with the worthy sponsors of this program or the agencies that work for them?
No.
7 down and 3 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, are you seen either by the audience or on camera? during the course of this program?
Considering the relationship of our guest to this program, I think we might answer that question affirmatively.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seen by the vast viewing audience?
I would say, considering the association of our guest with this program, that we might answer that question affirmatively.
Yes. Well, do you appear in the commercials?
No, we don't have commercials.
8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Allen.
I know.
You must be from CBS. Let me see here. Then you must be, I gather, by the sudden additional tone in your voice from England, perhaps?
Yes.
You are on the English panel of What's My Line, are you?
That's absolutely right. Yes, Dorothy.
Are we through?
Dorothy, did you have your...
Well, I was going to take a wild guess at her name.
Miss Kelly, is it?
No, I don't think it's Miss Kelly. Is it the one who sits where I do on the British What's My Line, Miss Gillian Alexander?
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely right. Miss Gillian Alexander. It was a very happy moment when we just got onto the program called What's My Line. It could lead you up the garden path. You did very well. Now, Miss Alexander, I trust you will not think we put too much of a burden on you, but you're not going to get off this easily. We want you to play the game with us, too, now that you're visiting here in America. Jerry Calliner, can you put a chair in, please, so that we can invite Miss Alexander to join our panel and play a round of our What's My Line in the United States? Can you do that? Oh, sure, that's fine. Actually, I think you'll have a lot of fun doing it. You know the rules, I think. Substantially, they're the same as ours. You have one ingredient we don't, the miming, but we have a lot of people who will help you out over there. We'll put you right in the middle. So will you go over and join the panel? And thanks for being such a wonderful guest on this end of What's My Line. And I think Miss Alexander would like you to know that what she won as a prize being a guest is going to go to her favorite charity. Now we're all ready to start up with a guest on the panel, so may we have our second challenger. Will you come and sign in, please, sir? Walter Goss. Is that right, sir? Mr. Goss, where are you from?
Agawam, Massachusetts.
Agawam, Massachusetts. Well, it's nice to have you with us, and we've got a little treat for you. You see, instead of just 4 panel members, we have got 4 Americans and 1 English panel member over there. Will you go over and take a hello at all of them, please?
Oh, that's a guy.
Hello, how are you, Mr. Goss?
Honey.
Here's your muscle. No problem.
All right, Mr. Goss, bring all those muscles over here, will you? And sit them down. And I think that you know at this point, because the panel has had a chance to get to know you ever so slightly, to be sure, we give them 1 free guess as to what your line may be. Would you come in just a bit closer, close to that thing over there, and we'll begin the free guesses with Miss Kilgallen.
I think he's a real estate man.
A real estate man. Mr. Allen.
I think Mr. Goss grows moss.
Mrs. Alexander.
I think he's a peanut packager.
A peanut packager.
That's sort of it.
Miss Francis.
You make it sound like a lofty profession. I think Mr. Goss is sheriff.
Sheriff? Mr. Sir.
I think Mr. Gus is a professional pessimist. They call him Gloomy Gus.
No, afraid you haven't got it. We'll let our viewers have a further look at Mr. Walter Goss of Agawam, Massachusetts, and at the same time, we'll tell them what his line is. Now, Mr. Goss, you know the rules, I believe. Every time you can dig a no-answer, or give a no answer to them, rather, I'll flip one of these cards, and 10 flips, and they're a flop.
They
Okay?
flop,
They
you
flop.
flip, and I clip.
Yeah, you clip, that's right. Flip, flop, and clip. It's a new vaudeville act. We're going to try it out next week. Steve Allen plays the music. Bennett Cerf dances. All right, Mr. Goss is salaried, and I think, Mrs. Alexander, you ought to start the question.
Me?
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Goss, again. That just gives me time to think. Are you associated with a product rather than render a service?
Yes.
You do. And is it a product that might be found in England as well as America?
Yes.
It could. And is it something that you might have in your home, or I might have in my home, or anybody might have? Could be found in the home?
Yes.
It could be found in the home, yes.
It could be found in the home. And would the product come into contact with the body of the user at all?
Yes.
This is too good. I can't go.
Yes, you can.
I might wear one of these out to dinner, for instance.
Would you wear one of these out to dinner?
Yes.
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mrs. Alexander. All right, Miss Francis?
Oh, Mrs. Alexander did very well, I must say. But I deduct, therefore, that it is not really considered wearing apparel.
I would say that its natural habitat would be outside the home, yes. Wouldn't you, Mr. Goss?
That's right. Yes.
Has this product ever been alive, or is it alive when you have anything to do with
You
it?
mean in sense of animated? Or what?
No.
Thanks, loads.
2 down and 9 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mr. Goss, you said that this product did come in contact with the human body, correct?
Yes.
Would it come in contact possibly with the mouth?
No.
That's a wonderful note. Just say that again for fun. 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Well, would it be handled by a human being when it is in use?
Yes.
Is it small enough to be lifted fairly comfortably,
Yes.
even by a female?
Yes.
Some females have been known to lift it very well.
Is it smaller than a bread box?
Yes.
Is it something that, if you did have one, this sentence is not going to be grammatical, but if you had one of these, would you be likely to keep it in a place of concealment rather than on the coffee table in the living room?
Yes.
Is there any dangerous aspect to this?
No.
No, I wouldn't say it was dangerous. 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Allen. Everyone laughed when your line was divulged. Is it something that the gentleman of your years would not ordinarily be assumed to do for a living? Or are these people just very happy tonight?
No.
No, I think you'd get a no for that, Steve. Actually, you would not necessarily assume that he might do this, but there is no reason to assume that he might not. All right. So that's 5 down and 5 to go, Mrs. Alexander.
But this product that you are associated with, one can wear it. We established that.
Well, it can be worn. I mean,
Can
it's
be
described as being worn, yes.
Yes.
And would it enhance the beauty of the wearer?
Would it enhance the beauty, did you say? I don't think it would. I don't think it would. Please, I hope you don't mind. We're just having a little fun. 6 down, 4 to go, Miss Francis.
Could you buy this in a store?
Yes.
Could you buy it in a store that wasn't necessarily a specialty shop? I mean, could you buy it in a department store or a drug store?
No.
7 down and 3 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mr. Gus, if this was being worn, as you put it, by any member of this panel, including our distinguished English visitor, would it be visible to the audience in this theater?
No.
Wait a minute, small conference. Actually, I would say that the exigencies of the moment might make it probable that it would not be so, but I believe the question was asked more in the terms of if it was worn, would it be visible to the eye? And it would be normally, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Well, in that
Mr.
case...
Goss is going to be kind to let you go on.
Am I correct then in assuming that if it does come in contact with a human body, it is below the chest?
Yes.
Is it below the waist that it comes in contact with the human body?
I would say that when it's coming in contact with the human body, that most of the time would probably be that way, wouldn't it?
Below the waist?
Yeah.
Yes.
Might it also be below the knee?
Well, I knew a friend once. But he's not around anymore, so he gets a no for that one, Mr. Goss. 8 down and 2 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Is this object more likely to be worn under particular or peculiar circumstances than just ordinarily?
Yes.
In other words, you have to be doing something special to require this.
Yes.
That's a very good way to put it, Dorothy.
And it's generally worn below the waist and above the knees.
Yes.
Is there any warmth attached to this?
No.
No warmth. 9 down and 1 to go, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds, Steve, because I know you got it.
That may be too much.
Yeah, I've just been holding back. I know what it is. Could this by any chance be worn by children?
Well, it would be unlikely that it would be,
glad to hear
except in play. So I'm going to flip the card and tell you, because I know you're going to enjoy it as much as we have, that Mr. Goss makes handcuffs. Oh, Smith and Wesson man. When you got handcuffs on, if I may stand up, this is the way you have handcuffs on. You're below the waist and above the knee.
Oh, no, you're
What
like
you're
Humphrey Bogart in the Petrified Forest, and you hold your hands like this. the
You
whole
don't.
time.
John, what you're thinking of, John, are cuffs. Cuffs.
Those are
No,
below the
actually,
waist.
I think that
You're dealing with a subject this panel knows a great deal about, John.
this I thought was true, too. Well, Mr. Goss really is a handcuff expert. He's old Smith and Wesson man, you know. They know about all these things, guns and handcuffs, and he feels that's where they're going to be most of the time, so I'm going to fight with him. Well, Mr. Goss, you did real well, and you gave us a lot of fun. I hope you had as much pleasure as we did, and you take the full prize, and our thanks for being a grand guest. Nice to have you. And now, in just a moment, we're going to meet tonight's Miss. All right, and now, Mrs. Alexander, we want you to have some fun tonight, so thanks very much for playing one round with us, and you could watch the panel work hard while they try to figure out who our celebrity is.
Much better that way.
Thanks. Very nice to have you with us.
I enjoyed it very much.
And now, we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity. Since my friends on the panel would know our guest immediately, we have again had to ask them to go to the blindfolds. Are the blindfolds all in place, panel?
Mm-hmm. Back in.
Good. You happy? That's fine. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery celebrity, we get right down to the meat of the questioning, as we call it. So let's begin it with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you in some form of the entertainment world?
I beg your pardon?
Is our guest in some branch of the entertainment world?
Yes.
Last stages.
Have you been running?
No, I don't mean that as a question.
You sounded rather breathless. Do you do something other than act? I mean, in addition to acting.
No.
1 down and 9 to go. Mr. Allen.
Smell Torme. Then you are an actress.
Then you are an actress.
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Stephen's been getting the wrong sex all night. You're a crazy mixed-up kid.
Is this a gentleman, then?
Yes.
Was pretty sure of that. Have you appeared in pictures?
Yes.
Have you ever been part of the theater?
Yes.
Are you under 40 years of age?
Well, from that last, may I guess that you're way under 40 years of age?
Yes.
You're quite a young man, then.
Yes.
Would you be considered a very young juvenile?
What is a very young juvenile, Miss Francis?
Well, you know, those 18 and 19-year-olds.
I mean, I understood a very young juvenile was someone around 45, but I guess I'm all mixed up.
Trying to think of yourself again.
Some about what, Miss Francis?
Well, would our guest consider himself a juvenile in the 18s, you know, a newcomer?
In the 18s, a newcomer. I don't reckon you're a newcomer in the 18s.
No.
No. 2 down and 7 to go, Mr. Smith.
Well, do you mean to sit there and tell us even younger than 18?
Yes.
You are human, of course.
You didn't think there there was anybody younger than that, did you, Bennett?
Are you what might be considered one of the boy wonders of the stage today?
I think that I would have to protect the modesty of our guest. Say that while he would not have the inclination himself to answer that question affirmatively, I would do it for him.
Have you ever played in a play with Ethel Waters on the Broadway stage?
Oh, yes.
Would you be young Brandon DeWild by any chance?
Brandon DeWilder is right. Miss Arlene, I'm sorry. I was unfair, I guess, but I had to find out what you meant by a very young juvenile.
No, you're quite right. I didn't really think that he was going to be this young. You come back when you're 18, though, won't you?
I almost said Georgie Jessup.
Really, a perfectly wonderful guest, I think, because although I must say I have a weakness for pictures made of the Western style, I saw Shane, and I think that whether you were just a Western lover or not, it was a wonderful picture, and you added a great deal to it. One of the things, in fact, that I kind of like about television, or at least my part in television, is that I'm on one night in the week just before Brandon is. He's got a perfectly wonderful half-hour program called Jamie. It's on another network, the initials of which are ABC. But it's a wonderful show, Jamie. It's the kind of thing I think all of us, I'm sorry, Brandon, Jamie is a wonderful show. It's the kind of thing all of us in television would be proud of there. And you were a wonderful guest. Thanks very much. He's got a cold, which helped get that voice way down very far. Thanks very much for being our guest. Would you say good night to the panel on your way home? Bye-bye. The panel can do with another challenger. Would you sign in, please, ma'am? Joan Myers. Is that right? Miss Myers? Where are you from, Miss Myers?
Union Beach.
Union
Jersey.
Beach? Look at the panel. Fine-looking panel, right? Come with me. We haven't got any time for you to go over there. You sit down right here, if you will. And the panel's had a quick look at you. We'll give them their free guesses. We begin the free guesses with Miss Kilgallen.
I think she's a trombone player.
Trombone player, Mr. Allen.
She writes uphill. I think she's a mountain climber.
Miss Francis.
I think she's a swimming instructor.
Mr. Seth.
She's a cashier in a Shirley cigar store.
No, I'm afraid not. We'll let our viewers have another look at Miss Joan Myers. At the same time, we'll tell them what her line is. And panel, we have very little time left. We will tell you, Miss Myers, you know all the rules. Flipping, keep scorecard up here. Miss Myers is salaried. You've got about a minute and a half. We'll begin the general questioning with Miss Francis.
Do you work with your hands, Miss Myers?
Yes.
Is there a product connected with what you do?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Seth.
You perform some kind of a service, Miss Myers.
Yes.
Does this service bring happiness to people?
Yes.
Do they benefit by the service that you render them?
Yes.
Would you say they were better people after they came in association with you?
Better people in what way? Physically,
Well, have
morally?
they learned something?
Yes.
All right, we'll let that go. You go ahead, Mr. Seth.
Well, do you teach somebody? Do you teach anything?
Yes.
Well, you look like a very intelligent young lady, Miss Myers. Is this some kind of mental work that you do? No?
Yeah. 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Is there something athletic in what you do?
It could be described so, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Does it require a certain amount of strength or dexterity?
It's a very good question, that. Too bad we haven't got time to answer it. 'Cause
Well, you
I
know
don't
what I
the
was thinking
answer
of?
is. No, actually, it doesn't require strength, I think, some dexterity. We're running out of time.
Is it judo?
No, it isn't. No, but you are getting closer, all of you. We'll have to flip all the cards and give Miss Myers the full prize by default of time. She teaches hula dancing. Hawaiian hula dancing. You get the full prize, and our thanks for being our guest. Sorry there wasn't more time. Nice to have you. Bye-bye. We'll be back in just...
The brand.
And until next week, this is John Daly saying good night, Dorothy.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, boys, and good night, Arlene.
Good night, John, and I'd like to tell you that hula does require some dexterity there. Good night, Bennett.
Next week, I'm bringing my seeing-eyed dog. Good night, John.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being with us on What's My Line.
has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Conklin production.
Hey, learn how to tell the truth with Bud Collier next. Then get ready to test your word power with Alan Ludden and Password. Only on Game Show Network.